Hey guys, this is Reckless today. I'm bringing you a little bit of a character build, like I said I was going to do, on Ninjette now, or Ninjette. It's either or. I call her Ninjette. I feel more comfortable with it. Anyways, her build is more of a hit and run type of class. As you can tell on the bottom, it shows damage, toughness, and support. Her abilities do debuff your opponents, and they also do a lot of damage to them. And I'm gonna get into that a little bit right now. Right now the katana is a pretty good weapon when you start off because her stealth ability automatically gives you a critical hit. So right off the gate, when you spawn for the beginning of a match, you should be using stealth, so you can catch people off guard and attack them with grappling or with a base attack. It's either or. Right now I'm using Twirler because this is Blade Flurry gives it an additional 20%. Now, after you hit somebody with a grapple, it increases your skills abilities by 20%. So now since you're increasing your skills by 20%, you also have Blade Flurry. That's a hard word. Blade Flurry that does an additional 20%. So now that one single attack is your main attack to kill everything immediately. The next thing we got is going to be Spear. I haven't bought it yet, but it reduces your grappling energy by 20%. You do use grapple a lot, but you don't get it back that fast. So I don't see how much viability this is, especially with my build. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a little bit. And then we got Baton. Now, Baton it isn't very viable, especially for her, due to the fact that turning invisible for her costs about 700 stamina, which is very is extensive to her stamina. That's extensive to her energy, and just reducing the cooldown of that, it doesn't do anything. I mean, if it said reduces the energy in which it uses, then sure, yeah, this would be a good weapon, but ultimately it's pretty useless to me. Now I'm going to the next part, which is going to be my build on this. Now, Ninjette's stamina is pretty low. I had to increase it, and right now it's at 15,038 energy regeneration. That's probably going to go up, the energy regeneration, because it's only at 38. The reason why I'm boosting her energy is because you're using her attacks continuously. Now, you don't need to reduce the skill base to come back if you have no energy. So what's the point of that? Pretty much I'm only going to focus on the first two because the strength class, I haven't really gotten into that much yet, and I haven't really perfected it yet. So I can show you what I have on there right now, but ultimately I'm not really looking at that, and all of this is subject to change, but this is my build for right now and has been working pretty well. Right now I'm going with the All-Star, and this one is a 10% energy regain. So ultimately it's giving me about 3 points extra energy regain per second. So I have all of these pretty much are energy regens. So I have the energy regeneration. It goes up to about 38, 40. I'll probably get it there eventually. Um, and then I go, well, so once you get all of these right here, you get to the bottom. The bottom is where you get the extra abilities. Now, every time I kill an opponent, it gives me a star, and it shows me that I killed that opponent, basically. And I also get 10% energy regeneration for 10 seconds. That's pretty good, man, especially when I'm running out of energy all the time. I went with extra energy on this one, max energy. It's increasing these, or the batteries. And then I went with the movement speed. I'm actually going to increase that as well pretty soon. I have an extra 3% movement speed, and it's pretty important, especially for her, because once you're being chased and you have no defenses, you have no way of protecting yourself, you're gonna have to run, and sometimes you have to run in stealth. So I mean, if you gotta go in stealth and run away, this is probably the best thing you guys can probably get. I may actually just put another one just so I can have some extra speed. The next thing that I got right here is when I deal a knockout blow, I get an extra 150 energy. So with these two, I get more energy back, and I have 1,500 right there. So that's pretty good. It helps me a lot, and I've gone pretty decently in fights. Mostly like 20 and 1, 20 and 2, 20 and 3, or um, I should say when I'm fighting high levels, I go maybe like 10 and 6, but they're like way higher than me, and I can't really defend myself. Um, then I went with the rattlesnake. That way I can hit and run, kind of like hit them once and then kind of run away because they'll be on fire, and sometimes I can't really do anything about that. Um, this actually causes about 10 elemental for 5 seconds, so you do about 50 damage without actually hitting them. So it does help out. It's not the best one. I'm kind of hoping that I can get something else, but you get this at badge level 2 or something. Right now I'm just kind of wonky on this one. I have a bunch of random stuff. Bowling, which increases my skill damage by 10%. I got attack damage for 5%. Attack damage again, and then I got the crit for 2%. Her critical chance is high. It's higher than almost every other character in here for 10%. Her critical chance is very high. I'm thinking about either increasing that to be higher and possibly be, 20%, 30%. That way, every time I hit them, it gives me an extra 200% on my damage. Now, the 200% on the critical damage part, it adds on to the attack damage. So you see how my attack damage is 183. If I hit somebody and get a crit, it gives me an extra 200. So it'll go up to 383. And this has been tested. I've checked it out. Other than that, I pretty much just, bought, some costumes for her. I mean, there's nothing really, anything else you can actually do to your character to make them any better. And like I was talking about, her grapple, it stuns them and it makes your next skill, 50% skill effectiveness. So your skill, your blade flurry, which I was talking about earlier, will get a 50% boost as well as a 20% from the twirler. So that's a big plus. And then it inflicts a negative 50% damage resistance for your enemies. So if they do manage to survive, you can hit them a few times with the slicer, which is your basic attack, and you'll cause them to catch fire with the 50%, the 50 point, damage thing from the rattlesnake. And basically, this is what I was talking about. Her next stealth attack is critical. I've tested this out. It doesn't count for your special attacks. It only counts for your base attack. So that would be this one. Generally, that's all I can really say. And her base attack steal 3 energy from your enemies, which is pretty good. I might be working with a little bit of that. That way I could steal more energy from people, because there are badges that you can use to actually do that. Anyway, that is my build for Ninjette. Hope you guys like it. You can try her out. She's pretty good. She's really strong. She's not the best out of all the characters, but she's pretty good. I like her. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and tell me what you liked about the video, and maybe I can cover it on my next one. Alright, later.